What's up guys, and welcome to our new Evolve series. This is our first look in beginner's tips, or first look in just sort of general tips. But yeah, let's jump straight into it. Evolve is a 4v1 sort of game. It is 4v1, there's 4 hunters, and then there's 1 monster. And for a varied game modes and varied maps, you've just got to take on the monster pretty much. And as you can see, you've got support, medic, trapper and assault. And these are and monster there, and these are all playable by another person or via a bot offline. And like Battlefield, mainly all of the Battlefield series, you level them up individually, but it has got a bit of a twist on it. So say I go into support, you would start off with the first support character. You start off with 1 character and all of the hunters. On support it's Hank. There you have 3 abilities, and you have to earn 1 star in each ability to unlock the next character, which would be Bucket. And then I would have to unlock another star in each of their abilities to unlock the next character. And then you do that for all of the classes, so you do that for the Trapper, the Hunter, no, the Trapper, the Medic, the Assault and the Support. And then you have 3 characters in total. But obviously you don't have to use the character you've just unlocked. You can go back and say use Hank, because that star you've just earned will give you a perk, like it will get you plus 2% damage with that weapon or something like that. So it does help using the older characters a bit more, leveling them up. But then as you level up individually, say from 1 to 2, you also earn perks. So you can select Hank, and then on the next screen it will ask you to select a perk which you'll have throughout the game, say increased recharge time and all your abilities. So yeah, there's a lot to go through, a lot of grinding, a lot of levels to earn, a lot of perks to get, a lot of characters to unlock, and it's really worth it. Really enjoyed the gameplay, so yeah, let's jump into that and take a look. I mean, in the gameplay now, I'm using the assault class. You start off with an assault class that's got the thunder gun, which is the gun I'm using now, with a short ranged gun like a shotgun that does immense lightning damage. And you'll see in a minute and during the video, when I tend to attack the monster, his health is just dropping. And it really is intense gameplay, really does get the COD sweats going, but I'm guessing it's Evolve sweats. Really does immerse me in it, especially with the headphones. I'm loving it. And the graphics on this game are just on point, along with the lighting. The lighting, I mean there. It's just some points are so dark, other points are so bright. The environment is just so immersive, you do just genuinely get lost. The maps are huge, everything about it is just so glorious, it's unreal. I mean, 2K, the creators of Left 4 Dead, really have put their own spin on another, I don't know what sort of genre it is first person, but it's not like first person COD, it's sort of, I don't know, it's tactic, it's like an a MOBA, it's like 5v5 apart from 4v1. Now obviously talking about that one person playing on his own is the monster. And as you can see there, the monster's just scared some birds. So he's in the area, we've sort of done travel in that general direction. But this isn't actually the monster, this is just another sort of monster on the game controlled by a bot. This is just sort of the environment monster. So as I said, the environment does get you. I mean, there is even plants that can eat you. You can get caught in a plant, and unless a teammate comes and helps you out, it will take half your life. It will take a good amount of damage. It's such a giant man-eating like fly trap. It's huge, bloody ridiculous, but it's so funny. And as I said, the monster in Hunt, which I'm playing now, I believe, you start off at stage 1. If you are the monster, you have to eat animals to gain armor, because your armor you can regenerate by eating animals, but your health you can't, so you got to be careful when you're attacking. And obviously the more animals you eat, the higher up your stage bar goes, and then you evolve into stage 2. And as you evolve in stage 2 and then finally into stage 3, you have ability points to spend, and then there's 4 abilities per monster. I mean, currently in the game there's only 3. There's the Goliath, the Kraken and the Wraith. And the Goliath I've got a customizable skin with, because I got the collector's edition. And if you haven't checked it out, go to our Facebook page to check out what you get for it. It is pretty nifty. But yeah, in general, I like playing as the hunters more. I kind of like teamwork rather than being a lone wolf. I mean, the monster is not overpowered. I mean, it does make up for it being on its own. It has a lot of health. The abilities really are good. There's good varied abilities for each monster as well. They're not all the same. So, if you haven't played as one of the monsters yet, I would go and play as the other. It is very an experience. Now, as you can just see, that was another monster just in the environment. But unlike the others, this is called an albino. I don't know why it's called an albino. It's because it's white, yeah, but it's just a weird name for it. But yeah, it is kind of tougher. It's kind of harder to kill. But you go and kill it and you get a buff. So I've just got the buff where all the wildlife around me will now run away, I believe. I believe that was that buff. I'm not quite sure. They will no longer attack me. They'll just run away. So I think that's kind of useful. But all in all, I'm really liking the game. As I said, it's really immersive. Really good. Unfortunately, there is no campaign as of sorts. I mean, offline and online are the same thing. You've got quick play, which is just a game of hunt 4v1. And then you can do a custom match of the other matches, which are defender, where you have to defend a generator. Rescue, where you have to rescue survivors. And nest, where you have to kill 6 of the monster's eggs. So you've got a good varied game modes. You've got a lot of maps. I mean, I don't think I've been on the same map once yet. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, as you can see now, I'm getting attacked by the monster. The lightning damage is doing quite a bit. I think I've put my personal shield up, so that helps me take away, not get hit at all by the monster, which is very useful. But yeah, this is just an introduction video. I'm going to be doing gameplay videos on each individual class as the coming months come on. But yeah, back to offline and online, it is the same thing. You can do custom matches, you can do a quick play of hunt. Or in the way of campaign, they've gone for evacuation. And now, I haven't actually played this, but what I get from it is that it's 5 game modes, but you play on the same map, and the world around you changes. The map changes depending on whether you win or lose the match and what happens in the match. So you go onto it and you get to pick either play a game of hunt or play a game of rescue. You go play that, and that would be day 1, and then you go on to day 2, which is the second. You get to pick 2 game modes then, so you have 5 matches consecutively, and then yeah, the world around you just changes. So that's very interesting. I've got to check that out. I'll definitely do a video on that when I do come around to that. But yeah, everything about this is really, really interesting. I mean, you can unlock badges for obviously playing. That was like your emblem. That's like your emblem in Call of Duty, but on it it's called a badge. You can just customize your badge to show people what you've unlocked and all of that. And then obviously going through the characters, you've got different abilities with every character. And like the first healer you get actually can heal people directly. I mean, it actually has a medigun, so I could be aiming at a teammate and just directly heal them with a heal beam. But then the second healer you get doesn't have that. They just have a healing cloud. And that obviously has to recharge over time. So you've got to be more tactical. You've got to try and wait and time your heals pretty much. And as you can see now in the background, the trapper has put her dome up. So that will actually stop the monster escaping, giving us a chance to attack. But if you look at the top of the screen when I attack for my lightning damage, it's really doing a lot of... It's bringing them down, but unfortunately I do go down. And all of those little markers that you also just saw on the monster are weak points. Now they're being made by the medic, so you've got to shoot them and it does extra damage. But look at that monster's health bar. Go down, it's just dropping. You can see that white bar coming. Teammates are doing the damage at the moment, and then bam, instantly just starts to go down the minute I hit it. But yeah, if I swap weapons, I believe it does start to reload, or it recharges my lightning gun. I know on the hunters, if you swap weapons, they do reload if you're using the other one. So if you're out of ammo, swap weapon, use that ammo. By the time you swap your weapon back, you'll be reloaded, which is brilliant. I mean, it has gotten me out of so many pickles, just with, not even with the monster, just with environment monsters, where I've run out of ammo trying to defend myself, switched my other gun, run out of ammo on that, switched back and it's already reloaded, saved my ass. But yeah, as you can see, the fights are really intense, it's really tactical, it can get really long. I mean, a lot of my matches are a good 45 minutes to an hour, especially on hunt, especially if you're playing the Wraith actually, because the Wraith is just too hard. I mean, if you played the game, you'll know But yeah, the Wraith is quite solid. And just look at that beam of lightning coming up. I haven't actually unlocked the next character on the Assault class. I have on support and I have on... No, I have on a trapper and I have on a medic. But not on support on assault. So yeah, as I do my videos, obviously I'll be giving you tips and tricks. I mean, if you're playing as the monster now, I do advise to try and sneak as much as you can by pressing Snurkle. Snurkle? Snurkle? Nah, not Snurkle. By pressing Circle, because yeah, it reduces your footprint. Obviously the footprints fade away over time, but if you sneak in, it does reduce your speed, but in tactical times like this, when you're trying to hide, it does work out. Also, trying to travel in as much water as you possibly can, because a lot of the trappers do rely on like Daisy the pet or the tracking sensors to pick up your footprints, and obviously sneaking reduces your footprints, and and sneaking reduces your footprints, and walking in water actually gets rid of them. So if you're on a very watery map, you could just literally stick to the rivers and have just no footprints on the floor. Although, as you can see on my map now, the trapper has got 2 sensors out. So if you do place them widely across the map, you've got a good range, but the monster can kill them. And if you do depart from the team, you are very vulnerable. I've done it many a time, died, and cost us the match. So yeah, the game is really based around tactics, team gameplay. But apart from that, as I said, I'm loving it. Apart from the lack of campaign, I don't see really anything wrong with it. Could have actually had a good campaign, but I mean, what can you do with like games like this? There's not really much you can do. But yeah, they've already got a lot of DLC. They've got skin packs out. They're bringing out more hunters. All maps will be free, so even if you haven't got a season pass yet, but the season pass just gives you 4 new hunters and a couple of free monsters straight up when they come out. But obviously if you don't have that, it will cost you. But at the moment they've got a good 90 quid's worth of stuff on the store anyway, like skin packs for each individual class, skin packs for the monsters. But personally I think I'm going to wait until there's more monsters, more characters, so that the skin packs are more used pretty much, rather than just keeping it on 3 heroes. Wait until there's another 2 characters even, rather than using it on 3 characters, wait until there's another 2 characters out, and then for the same price you've got 5 characters, they're all skinned up, pretty much, rather than doing it early on when you've only got 3. Just enjoy the game, enjoy the immersive jungle. I mean, look at this, running around in the dark now, and there you go! There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I've just been eaten. I've just been eaten by a goddamn plant. Well, that is where I will leave it with you guys. Go out, get involved, and get involved. Yeah, go out, get involved, and get involved, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.